Hi everybody, it's Kim. Today I'm making raspberry jam and raspberry apple jam. Now I ran the raspberries that I had grown and frozen through my food mill. In case you haven't seen one of these things before, this is called a Foley, F-O-L-E-Y, food mill. And basically you turn the crank and it helps get some of the seeds out. And this is all the seeds and leftover parts to it. I don't waste those. I'm going to use those to flavor some apple raspberry jam. And in here I have, it's about 3.5 cups of raspberry puree. Now I want this to be 4 cups. So what I have here is my homemade apple pectin. Basically I take the cores and the peels when I'm making applesauce or apple juice or whatever, and I put them in my crock pot. I add water and I simmer them in the crock pot for like 24 hours, and it leaves me this kind of a thick pectin that can be used to can your jellies and stuff. So I'm going to use some of this to get this up to 4 cups, and the rest is going in with those seeds because I'm not going to waste those. I want to flavor a little extra jam for myself. So I used half a jar in the other one, and then I used 1 and then another pint in here. And all I'm going to do now for quite a while, I'm going to put this on a simmer. I'm going to let it simmer for a while so that all that raspberry will infuse this apple, and then I will go ahead and turn it into jelly. So I wanted you to see this process a little bit separate because the other video is getting a little bit long. Okay, I had my seeds and the leftover raspberry stuff steeping in that apple juice for a little while, and I need to strain out those seeds and kind of know how much juice I have. Should have somewhere around 3 cups so that I know how much sugar to put in here. As you can see, it's still kind of thick. Oop, I don't want to spill it everywhere. So I'm going to strain it, and then I'm going to push as much of the pulp through the strainer as I can so that I get as much liquid out of it as possible. I probably could have put this in a jelly bag overnight, but quite honestly, I'm going to get all of this jam done today so that, you know, tomorrow morning I can finish it up and put it away. So let me finish straining this up real quick. All right, this batch of which is mostly apple flavored with the raspberry, is going to be a no added pectin jam. So this one, I'm just bringing it up to temperature, and I have just a hair under 3 cups of the juice here, and I have 2.5 cups of sugar that I'm going to be adding and dissolving in here. The only other step to this is I'm going to boil it until it comes to the 216 degrees, and it's going to go in the jars, then in the water bath canner, just like you do any other jam. But because I have the natural pectin from the apple, I will not need to add any commercial pectin to this. So I'm going to go ahead and process all of this and get them in the canner so I can move on to my very last round of jelly today. All right, I got 4 beautiful jars of apple raspberry made with the leftover seeds from making my raspberry jam. The raspberry jam is currently in the canner, and I got 6 jars of that and 4 jars of the apple raspberry, and I have just a tiny bit left over that I'm going to enjoy tonight. So there you go. That's how easy it is to make apple raspberry jam.